Hello, Riverview High School. My name is Heath Johnson, and I'm the Liberal candidate for the riding of Riverview in the upcoming provincial election on September the 14th. I'm here today to tell you a little bit about myself and my background and some of my top 5 priorities for Riverview if I'm successful in being elected as your representative next Monday. So I want to first tell you a little bit about me. I'm a graduate of Oxford University. I have a master's degree in business administration from Oxford. And before I settled here in Riverview, I spent time working around the world on 4 different continents, helping businesses that were struggling to help solve their problems. For the last 5 years, I have been the head of the business and IT faculties at Olton College, where in addition to that, for the last 10 years, I've been helping young people start companies. I've been counseling entrepreneurs in how to start a business. I'm also really active volunteer in the community with 23 years with Scouts Canada, and I was a volunteer translator at the Vancouver 2010 Winter Olympics. Last month, I was named a finalist in Moncton's Top 20 Under 40 Awards, and I'll find out if I selected one of those winners in the next 2 weeks. So, with that as background, here are 5 priorities that I think are important for Riverview. First is support for small businesses. 98% of businesses in Canada are classified as small businesses, and they employ almost 70% of our workforce. Many of them are struggling because of the pandemic, because people aren't going out shopping, and a lot of them unfortunately have had to close their doors. They need support, and a lot of them are saying they don't want to borrow more money and go deeper into debt in order to continue operations. We need to do better. So there's some things that we can do. We can offer grant programs for businesses. We can reduce their property taxes for a period of time. We can also waive WorkSafe New Brunswick premiums for a period of time. All of these will reduce their costs and not give them money that they have to pay back in the future. That's the first one. The second one is the completion of the Causeway Replacement Project. That was started in 2017. It was supposed to have been finished this year. Man, it would have been a great year to have finished it. Unfortunately, the project was delayed into 2021, and there are concerns that it could be delayed again. I think we need to stop living in a construction zone. We need to have some certainty that that second connection across the river is there. And I think people are a little reluctant to come to Riverview to go shopping because that bridge isn't completed. It's one of my top priorities to ensure that that project is completed quickly. Troisièmement, des travaux sur les écoles. On a besoin de faire des investissements dans 3 écoles ici à Riverview. Premièrement, on a besoin de faire des investissements ici à Riverview High pour votre école. Votre école est âgée, elle a besoin des improvements partout sur le quartier. Deuxièmement, on a besoin d'une extension à Riverview East. Si vous avez vu cette école, c'est plein et on a besoin d'ajouter des autres salles de classe à cette école. Et troisièmement, pour ça, on a vu une croissance de la population francophone ici à Riverview depuis plusieurs années et maintenant la population est augmentée assez haut qu'ils méritent construire leur propre école. Alors, si je suis élu, je donnerai mon appui pour construire une nouvelle école pour plus de 400 élèves francophones ici à Riverview. The fourth one is healthcare issues. Of course, this is top of mind during the pandemic, and there's so many different things that we can do to help improve healthcare here. I'll just name a couple that come to mind. First is we want to ensure that our rural emergency rooms stay open. There's a real concern that if they close, that's going to put a bunch of more patients here in Moncton. We're already at capacity here in Moncton. It would be really difficult if we also had to handle the giant patient loads that would be coming from our rural hospitals. Second, we need to recruit more nurses. It's hard to believe, but almost 40% of the nurses in New Brunswick are going to be eligible to retire by 2025, only 5 years from now. If we don't get aggressive in recruiting and training more nurses, we're going to find ourselves short-staffed, and that's going to be a problem. We should be looking at opening more multidisciplinary practices with doctors. So not just a doctor's office, but also have a nurse practitioner, a massage therapist, maybe a dentist, a whole bunch of different healthcare practitioners under one roof so they can work collaboratively together. That'll help make things a little bit more efficient. And lastly, on the doctor front, many of you may have had a virtual or telephone doctor's visit during the pandemic. That's only temporarily being allowed. Before the pandemic, that was banned. I think they should be permanently allowed to occur, and we need a change in the rules to allow doctors to permanently have telephone visits or virtual visits. And lastly, and probably the most critical one for me, we need to be protecting our drinking water. You may have heard that we have blue-green algae at the Turtle Creek Reservoir, and that's really dangerous. If it blooms, it can produce a toxin, and that toxin can't be removed by boiling the water. It has to be removed at the source. That toxin is dangerous to humans, it can be fatal to pets, and if you use it for showering or laundry, it can cause skin irritations. So we need to invest probably close to $20 million in a solution to remove the algae at the reservoir so that it doesn't get in our water system. The most important thing I think we need to do here in Riverview is protect our drinking water supply. That was a quick 5 minutes of my top priorities for Riverview. If you'd like to learn more about me and the other things that I think are important for this riding, you can check out my website, heathjohnson.ca. Thank you very much for listening, and good luck with your school year.